Hello friends and welcome to the Union Labor Advisory Network. I'm Mike Fina. Today I'm very proud and privileged to be amongst somebody that I've known for quite some time supporting labor, Maddie Aracich, who's with the Building and Construction Trades Council of Nassau and Suffolk County. Thank you very much, Maddie, for sitting down with me today.
Look, it's my pleasure, and if you think you're honored, the honor's all mine.
Oh, thank you very much, Maddie.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Maddie, could you tell us a little bit more about the Nassau Suffolk Building Trades, how it got started, what you're there, and how you're supporting labor within the group?
Sure. So as we go back in time, the Nassau Suffolk Building Trades is going to celebrate its 85th year this year. It's a tremendous achievement. One of the reasons is organized labor. It started to splinter off from the city, and that's how all of Long Island started to get built. The reason was it was a component of making sure that, getting out of the city, getting out of the ideas of making sure that we can have a middle class, own a home instead of an apartment. In fact, Levittown is your first kind of a community where it was the first development outside of New York City.
Wow, wow. And Maddie, tell me a little bit more about your history within labor. I know you took on the role at Nassau Suffolk County probably a few years ago, maybe 5, 6, 7 years.
We're in the 6th year already.
6th year.
Yeah.
Wow.
Amazing, time goes so fast.
Exactly.
In fact, when you say time goes so fast, I'm a third generation in my industry, spanning 105 years.
Wow.
That's the accomplishment. But the funny part is, it's just a number, but the thing I look at is, I've never been one of those people that suffered. And I don't say that to be condescending to anyone. I say that because it's a real thing. Being part of the union movement and being in the middle class has provided everything for my family. Provided home, health care, retirement, the idea that you can go to school. If you're out of work for any specific time, I could tell you that you'll always get by. You're part of a family. So.
And do you work in conjunction with the Long Island Fed? I know we're here tonight at the Long Island Federation of Labor's annual event. You know how the collaboration works amongst the building trades and the Long Island Federation?
Sure, I will tell you, we have a symbiotic relationship. And I say that by all means, that's exactly what it is. The reason that we have such a relationship is because we're fighting for the same goals. I sit on the executive board for the Fed as well, but the big thing is we're striving to make sure that the middle class is starting to grow. Look, if we look back 5 years ago, we say that how many jobs do we have, and we have a lot more. I say that because as we looked in the time frame of 5 years, the goal was to go ahead and get better. We had 60,000 members. Today, 6 years later, we have 65,000 members. 5 years ago, we had no billion-dollar projects. Now, we have 5 and looking for a 6th. And they're not 1 billion, they're multiple billion. So that's what the whole goal is, to create opportunities which create more opportunities. Like even in the offshore wind, $70 billion of economic activity for the state. We've already reaped $4.4 billion of that, and we're not even generating any of the electricity. That's not until October. And we'll continue to do more, continue to create opportunities, create more jobs for everybody. But they're not really jobs, they're careers.
That's great. Can you tell us a little bit about, how can, I guess, the communities help support the trades, I guess Long Island Fed as well, get the word out, or just explain, what it is that you're doing, because you're doing incredible work. I've had the great fortune of working in a lot of different building trades and going through and seeing the apprenticeship opportunities, the training that's involved, the career opportunities like you'd mentioned before. It's just really inspiring to me, and I'm very fortunate to be a vendor helping to support that particular cause because I see what these jobs are all about. And I'm just really proud to work with you and to help your cause, but just want to share maybe with some of the audience and viewers, what can we do to help support you in a much bigger way?
Sure, but the one thing I want to impress upon you is, yeah, I'm the leader here, but I'm not the only one that does this.
Of course.
This is an all hands on deck, and everybody pulls their weight. Right. If we go ahead and ask for certain things, whether it be that they participate in programs, whether they participate in job fairs, whether it's community events, whether it be legislative events, you always know that we have our backs and we all stick together to make sure this works. That's why we've been so successful. The goal is to make sure that everybody walks in tandem. This is not something where everybody goes a different direction. We want to make sure that we all stick together, because the longer we stick together, the more focused we are and the more opportunities we can create together. Perfect opportunity is when we do community events or if we go to legislative events. Making sure that everybody's lockstep and making sure they have the same message and shows that labor is behind this is a very, very strong message on Long Island.
That's great. And again, for me, a strong advocate and working 16 years in the trades and just watching some of my labor family move up in their career and the passion that they have. I'm just very fortunate and privileged to be here. And for me, it's just trying to figure out how do I educate communities and people that, viewers, what these union job opportunities are all about. And it just makes me proud to know you and all the other labor officials that are out here on Long Island today. So I'm very fortunate. I want to thank you for your time. And if there's anything that we can do to help support or promote those particular agendas, I'm here to help support you.
Well, look, we're always looking for help. We never turn down help.
Of course.
And the reason is because why would anybody? We're
Exactly.
only helping others. I mean, the idea is we're very, very comfortable in making sure that we have that outreach. There is no person who should not have a union job. There is no person who should be exploited. There is no person who shouldn't be able to have health care. We want to be able to make sure we provide the opportunity so they have that. And with all the things that are happening now and the economic development coming to Long Island, it has just been that wonderful of a situation. It's something that if you asked me 5 years ago or 10 years ago where we'd be, I could never have imagined we would have these opportunities. And I'm only understating them because I could see other things that are coming down the road, other tremendous opportunities in the energy industry, others in housing, others in infrastructure. I mean, all these things, they're all going to need people to do these jobs, and they need skilled people. They need people who are professionals, and they need people who are safe. Those are the key components in making sure every job is successful.
That's great. Thank you, Matty, so much for your time, for the insight, for the information. And again, we're proud to support you. And if we could be of any support in the future, we're here to help you.
You know what I want to thank?
What?
Thank you for your friendship.
Thank you, Matty.
I appreciate it.
No, my pleasure.
Thanks.
Thanks again. I'd like to thank all our sponsors for helping to build and promote the ULA network. It is because of you that we're able to support, educate, and promote informative content relevant to labor. Please subscribe, like, and share our channel and media. I'd like to thank you all for your support.